coffee. Most people have a nice cup of coffee to start their mornings, maybe some throughout the day, depending on what shift you are.
Always.
I have far too much coffee to even acknowledge. We've talked about that before. But what you order apparently might say a lot about who you are. The question is, when you go to your favorite coffee shop, what do you get? So think about that while I read this next story, okay? So apparently it says about your personality here, at least according to this survey from Dunkin' of British coffee drinkers. So here they go. Flavored coffee lovers, apparently the happiest and the funniest. If you're more of an iced coffee fan, you're likely the life and soul of the party, and apparently the best lover. Double espresso drinkers are well-traveled and well-read. Regular espresso fans are the most likely to have a degree. Mocha drinkers are the sexiest. Flat white fans are honest and trustworthy. And reaching for a cup of cappuccino, well, you are most likely satisfied with your life. Plus, latte drinkers, they are people pleasers. So where do you guys stand on this list of coffee personalities?
I mean, for me, okay, so I've gone back and forth between iced coffee and hot coffee. Over the years, now, for health particular reasons, I don't add in a lot of the sugar or the creamers or things like that. But that's not really because I don't want to taste them, because obviously if I could have a flavor or a sugar aspect to a drink, I would. I just don't feel good after I have a lot of sugar or milk or of some sort. So my drink of choice just is a black coffee hot. Depending on the type of season we're in, but I also I don't know that. Yeah, I mean,
Kevin, hold on.
Is that weird?
I never imagined that was what you were about to say.
I just have a black coffee.
I thought you were about to say
I don't think there was just a plain black coffee option on here, so I don't know. Maybe it just means you have a cold soul.
Oh my God!
That's definitely not Kevin.
But honestly, I will say this: I do it because of health reasons.
Okay.
Like in terms of I just know from an anxiety and depression standpoint that high sugar and certain milks and ingredients can actually make me feel more depressed and things like that. So it's not that I love the taste of black coffee. I just do it because there's nothing else in it.
So I used to do all the creamers and different things thrown into the coffee. I started drinking black coffee to cut down on some of the sugar content because I would have several coffees a day and every single one of them was a latte or something with some creamer in it, and that was a lot of sugar.
Oh, let me clarify one thing. When I'm at home, I do add something called, this is not a plug, I mean I pay for it, it's called almond milk. And the only reason I use that, it's like an almond milk, it's because it's 3 ingredients. It's just basically I think it's salt, almonds, and water. And I have no problem doing that at home, but I can't do that out in the world, you know?
I drink mine with all of the creamer that they have. Whatever when you go to Wawa, when you go to 7-Eleven, I don't give a, Kevin.
And there's all these like chemicals. I'm not saying that those places
I do that to treat myself. I'm like, oh, okay, let me get a pumpkin spice latte.
Hold on, but remember, I grew up in a house with no sugar, with no white flour, so I get all of the sugar.
Making up for all the years.
I'm making up the years. So I drink it with my favorite is the when peppermint mocha comes out. Oh yeah.
All right, so you're not a pumpkin spice fan, but you're a peppermint mocha fan.
Pumpkin spice.
I like the taste of those drinks.
Now
I just can't drink them.
And then hold on, I did switch from white sugar to agave.
Okay.
In my coffee.
Is that a health aspect?
Just because it has a higher glycemic index. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, I switched, but that mocha. When they come out with the peppermint mocha, I go by 5 and 6. You can see me, just walking down the aisle with all of them. And I will never, ever drink a cup of black coffee.
Really?
Ever.
Have you ever had a good black coffee?
Kevin.
It's really good.
You know how many years I have been around old,
I will say I have
not
either, Joe. That's not my journey. You know, I have only 1 cup of coffee a day, though, so it's not really a concern. I feel like if I have a little bit of oat milk in my latte, which that's what I do is an oat milk latte.
I'm almost embarrassed to say how much caffeine I have.
I'll do a flavor, you know. I'm not going to turn down a pumpkin spice. Or peppermint. It just depends.
Yeah, that peppermint is something. That pumpkin spice, not in my coffee.
I just feel like those drinks have an unnecessary amount of sugar in them.
But it's about what's good for your soul.
I am an American, and I need an, what you say, who? What? You said an what?
An what?
Some amount of sugar?
Unnecessary?
Yes, I need an unnecessary amount of sugar. I am an American.
There you go.
I earned it.
But I get my sugar in other places, though. Like, I have a protein bar in the morning that has like 20 grams of sugar in it. So
that's where you get sugar.
All right, you're making us all look bad over here, Kevin.
But this is all recent.
I'm about to go eat a pack of Twisters as soon as this is over.
I'll join you some gummy bears, too, while we're
That's
Haribo gummy bears.
And then I'll have a Twix before I go to bed.
Oh, I love Twix. You ever had a white chocolate Twix?
Yes.
Oh. I've never had those.
I've had every Twix that come. You know, they keep coming out.
I know.
And I keep them, and I get everyone.
All right, let's move on to another story here. This one's really interesting. Can't wait to hear what you guys think about this one, because one couple found out that they are cousins after being married for 10 years. They have 3 kids.
Wait, like first cousins?
Well, hold on. The couple discovered they were cousins after taking a DNA test to learn more about their family tree. The DNA test, they are actually between 2nd to 7th cousins, or they may share the same great-grandparent. So what do we think? Is that far enough?
Wow. I mean,
okay
like,
with that?
if it was a 5th, 6th cousin versus a 1st, 2nd cousin, does that make it worse or better? I'm so confused. I don't know. This is a really interesting
6 degrees
question.
of separation?
Yeah. How many cousins deep
theory?
would you need to be for it to be like okay
I'm
in terms
sorry,
of like
man.
how long down the line?
Once we took that 23andMe and I saw that you were my cousin, it's done.
If you had 3, if you and your wife found out tomorrow you were 7th cousins,
call the
you'd roll out.
attorney. We not staying together. Hold on. Say that again. You think Naima would stay with me if she found out I was her cousin?
7th cousin?
If she found out I was her cousin, she'd be out that house so fast.
7th cousin.
And she's going to take those kids to get a test to make sure that there's nothing, we don't have any issues that happens.
You know, the Royals do this.
I mean, listen.
And look at the Royals.
This is a very, very interesting discussion.
Yeah,
I don't know where the line is here, to be honest. It's a strange line. You would not leave if it was 7th cousin.
Bruh.
You would not.
Done.
I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying I feel like you wouldn't.
If you're 7th cousins, what is your most common relative? Because I know if you're 2nd cousins, it's great-grandparents, which is really close. Like, that is not distant.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I've seen marriages break up because they have mutual friends. Listen to me. Listen to what I'm telling you.
Oh, my gosh. So if it's your 7th cousin, I mean, I feel like that's I don't know.
Look at Eugene's face.
I don't know. This is a very strange
topic.
I don't know.
Look at Karen's face.
Maybe you just don't tell anybody.
Look at the faces of us.
It's one of those things.
The generation before you guys. Nah, man. We out of there. Yeah. It's over.
I'm not saying either way.
She's free to go do what she's free to go find somebody outside the family.
Find another cousin.
I don't know. Let us know. #DMV Zone.
This is interesting.